This week, Jago gets a new engine. We finish off the jobs on the hard stand, but it doesn't all go to plan at the very end. Rob will talk a little bit about what happened and why, and also why we picked this particular engine.
When you're ready, bud. Yeah. If you want to go up there ladder, and it goes in with the block, you don't need to take the block off. I don't what do you need to do, mate? Just rug down when you're ready. Keep going, you're right. Keep going. Yep. Okay, rug down a bit. Just sort of have to manhandle it past this seat. You're right, I don't really want to be under it if I can help it. Stop there. Just boom him up a touch.
You good?
Yeah, mate, keep him going. Touch more. Yep. Okay, we'll just get everything we got in the slew, just slew him till he's right.
I can't see that line.
I can see it, bud, you're right. Keep him going, keep him going. Yep, hold him there. Right, I'm just gonna jump. Stop there.
While Brad and his team are fitting the motor, I'm going to keep going with the polishing and the painting of the white line. We still have a lot to do and we've still got to be out of here by Friday. Well, it's Friday, day 5, and we've done most of the waxing and polishing. You can see where it's really shiny. Just got from the ladder to the bow and I'm done. And paint this white stripe on that I'm just sanding back now. And then we're finished. And we go into the water at 2:30. Revealing the new white strip I painted on. Not too bad. There was a lot of bleeding last time. It's a lot better than the first attempt. Last day. And lifting it back up. Paint on the keel and the patches where she's on the hard. Nice white line. It's good they clean these sleeves. White marker. The paint's a little bit soft. Under the keel looks good. Just got to paint where the blocks were. PropSpeed looks good. Okay.
You right?
Yep. That's it, she's done. Deck washed, even had my brother helping. 3 o'clock on a Friday, they all want to get out of here by 4. But literally washed out everything. The engine was finished by 3:30. Engine room washed out by 3:45. Deck hosed down. Talk about right at the very last minute. Didn't waste any of that precious time. Well, it's been a really good marina actually. The Channery has got everything you need. We didn't have any problems. It had things that we ran out of, they had, so it was great. Lots of midges, so bring lots of mosquito spray. But apart from that, basic, all very basic, you know, showers and all that, but they're very helpful and everyone's on time. The people that did our engine, amazing. Brad, really, really great. Just everything just ran like clockwork. He's very good at what he does. So the bad news is we're not leaving the dock. The motor actually started first time and then we couldn't stop it, so they forced it to stop and now it won't start again. And they think it's this, the starter. So we had a key starter, this is a button starter. So they've ordered another one of these from Yanmar, and it is Friday today and it probably won't arrive until Monday, Tuesday. So we're stuck here on the pontoon at the marina, and I don't know how much it's going to cost to stay here for that amount of time. They seem pretty cool. I don't think they'll charge us, and it has no water, it only has power. So we just have to wait. Brad's going to come back with another guy and they're going to look over it again, make sure everything's sweet before they put the new one in. My brother's come from Mackay to hang out for the weekend, do sea trials, and we can't go anywhere. We're stuck here, so I feel really bad. We're going to go do other stuff and hang out until Monday. Because we have power, that means that I can make this cover for Starlink. So I'll do that, and yeah, it is what it is. Nothing you can do to change it. We'll talk a little bit more about this soon. It's 3:30 and we're still here.
No message?
Not that I'm aware of. Waiting for our mechanic. It's Wednesday today. And still no sign of a new dashboard. Okay, so it's raining today and we're still in Townsville. The mechanic has to come back to do some other things, like change out that dash. That's a whole different story. But today, while it's raining and we can't move, I've made a cover for our Starlink. So it's all strapped up. You can actually get really good reception through this. It's fine. The only thing is, it leaves like a buzzing sound above your head, which is quite annoying. And we're worried it looks a bit yuck and it, I don't know, might get hit or something. So I bought these mats from Bunnings. Works a little bit, I'm hoping, like a soundproofing, plus it'll protect it. And then I'm fitting it into a canvas sleeve. So that is what I'm doing. So I've just started to start on the machine. I've cut it all with a hot knife. I've used the same stuff, this umbrella, and the same color. So I've just started to cut out the shape of it, and I've joined the panels together. And two sides, one is going to be Velcro on this side and on this side. So you'll have two sides that's got Velcro. The other two sides, just so it's a little bit more forgiving, is I'm going to do the eyelets, because just got to put the eyelets in down this side and this side. Hey, I need you to put the eyelets in so I can, yeah, see if it works. This is where I'm at now. So I've just rolled that back on over to the Velcro, and on this side as well. There's a little cut I've put in there, so because we're going to keep the binding there, so it keeps it nice and firm, and then that'll just roll in. So from this angle, I don't know if you can see this, that'll Velcro onto that, that'll roll down and Velcro onto there, kind of like that. That's the idea. Okay, so I've just put well, I'm going to call it soundboarding, but it's not. It's just from Bunnings. It's just like those flooring mats into here. And then that's just going to tie up onto there. Yeah, it's good because it just blends with the rest of the... Okay, that looks great. Are you on Skylink now?
Yeah.
Logged in? Oh wow.
It's
and
working.
no
And
sound.
It is absolutely 100% silent, but I'm 100% deaf too.
Hang on, I'll stick my ear up there. No, it's definitely
That's
blocked all that buzzing.
it's blocked totally.
It's going.
Well, that's stopping.
And it stopped. That's good.
Yeah.
It's promising.
Yeah. The gauges are reading.
Yep.
They seem a little bit funny for mine. I'm just going to start again, mate.
Yeah, you're right.
Good sign. Okay, so our engine's going. You're just putting them back on because we had to fit the dash, which is that right there. And the boys came up this morning and the motor is running and everything is sweet. As you can probably tell, we are in a different location, but I really just wanted to talk a little bit about why we chose this particular motor and what actually happened to the dash. So I'm going to hand you over to Rob. Okay.
Okay, this is the new style Yanmar dash, and it's got the little push button controls for starting and stopping and applying the power. The previous version of this dash is exactly the same, except it's got a key instead of the push buttons. Now, I don't know if many people know, but on Amel yachts, they've got a totally isolated earth system on the electrical system. So when you buy an engine, you can't just install it and set it up like a car with, you know, everything earthed to the engine block. It's all isolated. And in the case of a Yanmar give the dealers and the instructions, the Yanmar dealers, they have a set of instructions on how to apply the isolated earth kit and how to fit it and so forth. But what Yanmar didn't do is they haven't updated those instructions from when they had the key system that can cope with loads and loads of amps running through it to the little push button switches which can't cope with the same amount of load. And this dash fried twice, and the poor guy trying to install it couldn't understand what on earth was going on. They thought it was a faulty dash. Yanmar gave another one, and then that fried as well. But anyway, bottom line is, I believe as a result of this, Yanmar have now hopefully updated their instructions to the dealers. But any Amel owners that are installing a Yanmar, they can contact me directly if they want exact step-by-step instructions on how to deal with it, because if you don't get it right, it just cooks the dash.
Yeah, and it's a bit disappointing because we got it in the water and then it started, but then they couldn't get to stop
and
and then it wouldn't start again, and so we were stuck on the dock for about 4 days.
Yeah.
So it was a bit frustrating because we were all ready to go and do sea trials, and my brother had arrived, and so didn't all go smoothly right to the very end. Everything was great right until that very last
But I tell you
minute.
what, I've got to give it to the dealer in the Yanmar dealer
Brad.
in Townsville, Brad Belcher, his name is, from
brilliant.
Belcher Diesel Services, I think. And by the way, no kickbacks or no special favours from him. The guy's a blooming genius. If you're needing a repower in that area, I would give him 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Hard worker, answered his phone all the time.
Yeah, kept you up to date,
Yeah.
and smart guy. And then if he couldn't work it out, he brings other smart guys in. You know, he's got good guys working for him.
Yeah, he's got a great team behind him.
Yeah. But anyway, that was
It's a dashboard.
That was really the only problem that we had. Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about why you chose this Yanmar. So we're going to go down into the engine room and have a bit of a look. Yep.
Okay.
Here she is.
Right. So the motor that came out was a Volvo TMD22, which is a 80 horsepower Volvo engine based on a Perkins block, and it had the matching gearbox. This one's slightly different. We changed it out for the Yanmar 4JH4 HTE. It's 110 horsepower. There was a couple of really strong reasons why we chose this motor. First of all, there were some Amels that came from the factory with this engine in it. I checked with Amel that our C drive and the rest of the boat could cope with this engine going in without being modified, and that was cool. But a really important motivation from my point of view, this engine does not have electronic engine management. It's got a manual fuel pump and so forth. And the reason that I really wanted that and not an engine with electronic fuel management is if your boat gets hit by lightning and you've got an electronically managed engine, well, you're in deep trouble. Most likely it'll fry that and it won't work. This one here, even if I cook the dash, I can still hotwire it and start it and stop it manually. At worst comes to worst, I can put a screwdriver across and short the starter solenoid and get it to start, and I can turn it off here automatically. I can always get home. So I think that was really, really important to me, to get one of those engines. The gearbox is almost the same, it's just the next size up. This is ZF30, I think it was a ZF25 that was in it before. The old engine, it was tired, it had done 1,000,000 hours, it leaked every single gasket and seal. It used to leak oil. And the final straw was we got oil in the heat exchanger, in the coolant, which prime suspect there would have been the head gasket. But it was an old engine. We thought when we bought the boat nearly 5 years ago we would have to swap it out, but we eked another 4.5 years out of it just by looking after it and nursing it along, and it would still start first time. And we still got a couple of dollars for it, sold it to a guy who was doing up an old boat, and was very, very transparent with him as to why we were selling it and what the problems were that we knew about and all the rest of it. But he bought the engine and the gearbox, and I gave him the gasket kit too, because I was just about to attack that engine and replace the head gasket and so I had bought all the top end gasket kit for it. But then I rethought that at the last second, and I'm really, really glad we did. This engine has been an unbelievable difference to this boat. We've changed out also the fixed prop to the AutoProp, and the difference in power is phenomenal. Like, it's hard to believe the difference, and it's a combination of the AutoProp plus this new engine. Like the poor old Volvo, it wouldn't pull the skin off a custard, you know. But they really are a bit underpowered with the TMD22s, in my opinion. If other Amel owners are thinking about changing to this sort of engine, they can contact me directly and I can give them all the tips and pros and cons and what we did with the engine bed and the mounts and all of the rest of it and the alignment. We were pretty lucky. Brad has got one of the latest U-Butte laser alignment tools, shaft alignment tools, to line up the C drive and the gearbox here and the engine, which is super critical. With these Amels, you can make up like an alignment tool, but the laser alignment gets it way, way, way more accurate than that. And we had to modify the engine bed a little bit, but not very much. Changed all the engine mounts, obviously, and yeah, it's all sweet. So the new old school Yanmar.
Good. We like it. Thanks. We just now got to take back our friend's car. Thank you to Andrew Wallace for that. And wash it. And we've left him a nice bottle of Bacardi in his glove box. And what else we got to do before we leave the dock?
We've got to go and get some fuel.
And we've got to drop the car back.
Yeah, drop the car back and get some fuel, that's it.
Cool. And then we're off. We've got to do 30 hours of motoring this week to check the engine, and then Brad will come back on and
check his handiwork.
Yeah, do a bit of a service, and then we're off to Cairns and then on to Indonesia.
Yeah, normally I would do the service myself, but because we're repowering, it makes sense for him to run his eye over everything he's connected and stuff. So.
Yeah. Alright, just going to take Wally's car around and give it a clean because she got a little bit dirty when it was sitting here for 2 weeks. Thanks, Wally. Great wheels, did the job. Last day we're out of here. To leave, it's raining. Power off. Well, we're out of there. We've left. But we're going to spend a week doing sea trials with the new engine, and then we'll come back in. But it sounds good.
It's very smooth.
Yeah. Nice. Sounds really good. Do you feel like you got more power? Okay. Now we've got a clean bottom, so that's got to help. Next week we have 30 hours of sea trials. That's a lot of hours to make up in 1 week. So we explore the outer reef before coming back into Townsville to have the final check.